Welcome to my new show, Ed Finn Travels. In this series, I'll discover some of Europe's best kept secrets, from the Basque Country in Spain to Normandy in France, from Franconia in Germany to places closer to home in Limerick, Wexford and Northern Ireland, before finishing my journey in the Garden State of New Jersey, USA. So join me on Ed Finn Travels. This week I'm in Cotentin. Just 40 minutes from Cherbourg. I'm staying at the beautiful Domain Utah Beach. I just sailed over on the new Stena Vision, which just started on the Ghoselin to Cherbourg route. I'm going to be immersing myself in all things Normandy. Beautiful cuisine, ciders, castles, lighthouses, fantastic cheeses, wines, biscuits. Join me on my French Odyssey. Boarding the Stena Vision in Ghoselin was a quick and efficient experience, with no stressful airport delays, parking woes or luggage restrictions. Stena Vision, having launched on the Ghoselin-Cherbourg route earlier this summer, is now the most frequent service to France, with its sister ship the Stena Horizon, operating 6 weekly departures. A short drive from Cherbourg and Cotentin is Utah Beach, the westernmost beach of the 5 landing areas of the Normandy invasion of World War II.
So the Utah Beach Museum is built around the remains of what's called a resistance nest, here the WN5, composed of around 75 German soldiers that were here in 1944 to try to protect the beach. And so, like I said, the museum is built around the remains of what you call the German bunker. And so there's about 3,000 artifacts here to show people. Like you said, we've got a big plane, so B-26, American medium bomber, and also the LCVP here, the landing craft vehicle personnel.
This is what we see, of course, in the movies, right? Kind of how many soldiers, how many guys could it hold?
So here in one LCVP, you could hold around 30 soldiers, and then 4 crewmates on the back of the ship, if you could call that. There would be around 20 LCVPs. Full of 30 men every 20 minutes here that would hit on Utah on D-Day.
And you see them, you see the iconic picture of them coming in, of course, and the bombs everywhere and stuff like that. So it was really running the gauntlet, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was for sure. Here on Utah, actually, compared to the other 4 beaches, which are Omaha, Gold, Juneau, and Sword Beach, well, there's here on Utah, you know, it's 23,000 men that were landed here on D-Day. And also on Utah, it was very successful. Very successful. Utah's nickname is the Beach of Victory, because it was here that it was the best, the less casualties, around 200, and also the quickest. It's 45 minutes victory.
After a really interesting experience at Utah Beach, I headed to the pretty town of Sainte-Mère-Église to meet Magali Mallet, the director of the famous Airborne Museum. Oh, that's like a drum. Yeah, it's like a bowron. It's a flying bowron.
The gliders were a support to the paratroopers. That is to say, first you have the paratroopers about 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. on 6th of June, and the gliders arrive from 4 a.m., 4:30, and about 500 gliders arrived after the paratroopers. The paratroopers were 13,000, so of course.
Wow, a big drop.
A big jump.
Yeah, and take about, I was looking at about 15 soldiers inside, and they could have jeeps in there as well.
Yes.
So it was a massive operation, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a massive operation. It's true that everybody knows about the big armada coming from the beaches, but it was also an airplane operation, because you have about 800 C-47 planes, you have more than 500 gliders, and you have 13,000 paratroopers only on this area. So it was really a massive attack.
Okay, can I go in the glider?
Yes,
Am I allowed inside? I presume it doesn't.
Be careful.
Yeah, it doesn't fly anymore,
mind
right?
Your head.
It must have been very scary for them. Imagine that time of night with the weather And you know, these weren't the safest, I would imagine.
Yes, it was not really safe because the nickname of this plane is a flying coffin.
The flying coffin.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So you can imagine.
That's a very, very well named, yeah. Wow.
Because it's only a small...
Nice to know when you're getting into it. I can imagine they must have been very excited.
You were not really fortunate when you are a glider, because we call that, of course, this plane is a glider, and the main inside a glider are the gliders. And when you are a paratrooper, you need to be a volunteer.
Yes, of course.
But not to be in a glider.
Yes, I know, absolutely. Just to jump out, I know.
And you have not also for instance, the paratroopers, they have an extra paid for risk, but not for the gliders.
These were the volunteers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and must have been when they were landing as well. I mean, they must have been quite.
Yes, they need to. They need to be on the ground to go out from this glider. Yeah. And from England to here, it was 2 hours and 30 minutes flight. So you have time to be scared.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cheapers. That was a fair old time, wasn't it, to be flying in this? The Airborne Museum is a fascinating place to spend a few hours. From parachutes to umbrellas, I'd heard of a place made famous by the French actress Catherine Deneuve, Le Parapluie de Cherbourg. Hey Charles, lovely to meet you. I'm really excited to be here. I believe you make umbrellas here in Cherbourg that can never be destroyed, indestructible.
Yeah, exactly. The umbrella of Cherbourg is very resistant against the wind and perfect to go in the city.
Yeah, Michelin star of umbrellas. Wow, the sound.
Yeah, the sound is very good.
It's like getting into a Porsche. And look at that, no worry about the wind.
No problem for the wind.
Here you do a guided tour for people when they come to Cherbourg?
Yeah, of course, we can see all the fabrication.
Yeah.
And we have a museum at the first floor, and you can see the story of the brand, all the collaboration. We work with many luxury brands in co-branding, and you see all in the building.
But it's really nice. I love it. Listen, let's go and have a little look at how these are made.
Yeah, let's go.
Cherbourg in Cotentin is famous for its delicious pastries, and I was off to visit one of its finest. This is one of your signature creations, so...
Yes, so this is a Saint-Honoré, very French popular pastry, and it's perfect dessert for Normandy, because we have a cream from Normandy, and butter for the dough, and puff pastry, so it's a perfect Normandy dessert. What do you think?
Food orgasm. Wow, that is. I don't even mind disgracing myself on TV for this. Wow. Oh my God. That should be banned.
Yes.
That is unbelievable. And this here,
it's crunchy, creamy.
Oh.
And you feel butter, butter, cream.
It's worth to come to Normandy. It's worth to come to Cherbourg just for this.
Exactly.
Brilliant. Thank you, Jean-François.
Thank you.
Lovely to
You're
meet
welcome.
you. Wow. Oh. Wow. I'm a man. I dropped off my bags at the lovely Domaine Utah Beach Hotel in Sainte-Marie-du-Mont before heading off to meet Jean-Baptiste at the local Ciderie Cherbourg, where I was going to try some local ciders.
We don't need that.
No, I'm okay. I'm happy to drink it. The transformation of apples into cider and Calvados in the Cotentin region dates back to the 12th century. All Maison Hero ciders are produced in 100% organic orchards, and you can really taste the difference. So how much does it cost, Jean-Baptiste, how much is the tasting when you come here? How much does it cost?
When you come here, the tasting is free.
Free?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
We are welcoming everybody, and you can taste our cider here.
That's really nice.
Cider.
Yeah,
yes.
It's not very often you see free tastings in places.
No, but
so
it's
another
a
reason
tradition.
to come. Another reason to come to Cotentin, right? My good friend Julien Bougon from the Cotentin tourist office had told me about a little island called Tatihou, opposite the port town of Saint-Fast-le-Hogue, which you can reach by quirky amphibious craft.
Tatihou, it's a Viking name.
It doesn't sound very French,
No,
Julien.
it's not French. No, it's not French. Not even Norman. It's from the Viking. And Tati was the name of a person, and who means the island, an island. So it means basically that it's the island of a person named Tati.
Okay, yeah,
so that's
Tati's Island.
The story, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
There is no inhabitants on the island, there is no car, nothing, there is just an hotel. So when all the tourists are gone, with the last boat at about 6 o'clock in the afternoon, you have all the island for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing feeling to be just away from, the world.
Absolutely,
You can't get to
fantastic.
shore, there is no boat, there is nothing, you are just
total
here.
escape.
And it's an amazing
Fabulous.
feeling.
It's
an
really-
amazing, it's an experience to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of our best kept secrets in Normandy, the Cotentin.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's really, and it is so special. I love it. Yeah, really great place. Julien had really sold me on this award-winning town, so I was off to meet Bertrand at Ghoselin. Bertrand, enchanté.
Enchanté.
It's lovely to be here. I've heard this is one of the most famous places in Normandy. Yeah.
It's an old shop in Normandy.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, you've got the most beautiful stuff here. You've got fresh fruit, and you've got something from everywhere.
Yeah, some cheese, some fish soup, some wine and spirits. Yeah, so it's a
Fantastic.
big shop. Yeah.
And how old is the shop?
The shop it's have 124 years now,
Okay.
and it's
So you are the real Ghoselins.
Yeah,
Ghoselins, yeah. Third generation.
yeah.
Wow, fantastic. Well, listen, can you show me around?
Okay, let's
I
go.
have the credit card. with
Yeah,
me.
that's
We're all
good
set.
idea.
Oh, I am partial to the odd glass of wine, Bertrand. Just
Yeah.
a little drop.
And,
Oh, wow.
it's the first room for wine. The people take the wine directly.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
This year it's one barrel from Ben Nevis and one barrel from Cartaret in Ireland.
Ah, yeah. Ireland, of course, makes the best whiskey, Bertrand. We know that.
Yeah, and that it's a room with some wine from different region and
Beautiful.
some spirits like gin, Irish
Yeah,
gin.
look, you have gunpowder.
Yeah, the
Yes,
gunpowder.
I love that. Very good.
And other Irish gin.
Yeah, on Dolomon. My
Yeah.
God, that's amazing. The Dolomon. Yeah, you have that the Dolomon. Wow, amazing. You have everything. Macnean as well.
Yeah, Macnean is from
Yeah.
Northwest Island.
Gorgeous place. I love it. And you're only 40 minutes from Cherbourg.
Yeah. Oh yes, it's very
it's
quickly to Cherbourg.
amazing. Yeah, it's fantastic.
And sometimes the people take the ferry. He buys some wine, and after he go back with the ferry.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
And
doing.
It's just 17 hours.
I know.
It's,
Wow, it's like it goes on forever, Bertrand. Just doesn't stop. It was so lovely to meet 3 generations of Ghoselins. You can really treat yourself to the best produce of Cotentin in this wonderful little delicatessen. I'd always wanted to visit the famous Bayeux Tapestry, which depicts the Norman conquest of England in 1066. But Bayeux itself is also a charming town with a magnificent cathedral. The Notre Dame Cathedral is a masterpiece of Norman, Romanesque and Gothic architecture, and its history is as grand as the 2 towers which flank its facade. The cathedral was consecrated on the 14th of July, 1077, in the presence of William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy and King of England, with his wife Matilda. I went to meet Fanny Garb, Head of Communications for the museum.
So welcome to the Bayeux Tapestry then. You will see this long piece of linen embroidered with woolen thread, and it is about 70 meters long, and this artifact is from the 11th century. This is the story of the conquest of England in the 1066 years, because you have the Battle of Hastings, where you know the winner was William.
Of course, we all did in school, yeah.
So, but it is unique. It is listed at the UNESCO Memory of the World's Register.
Yes.
Because we don't have any other example of that in the world. So that's why
it's completely. It's amazing. It's intriguing. It's almost like a tapestry. It's like the Book of Kells on tapestry. Or something like that.
It is like a comics also.
Yes.
It is like a film, animated film. We can see many references in it.
This was like the Netflix of the day, I guess, was it? This was like this.
Well, many artists, many people are inspired by the Bayeux Tapestry to create their own tapestry or their own film. Or
Fanny, thank you so much for
You're
talking
welcome.
today, and thanks for making a wish come true for this Irishman. Thank you so much.
Well, enjoy your visit then.
I will indeed. Thank you. Bayeux was one of the first places liberated after the D-Day beach landings, and it's perfect for history buffs or anyone that loves beautiful villages. Cartaret Lighthouse was built in 1839, and there were 58 steps to get to the top, but from there you get a 5-star view of the Channel Islands of Jersey and Sark. Nearby you can enjoy a lovely stroll around the extraordinary dunes of Hattonville, and this magical place is just past the romantic ruins of the ancient Église de Cartaret. After a lovely visit to the lighthouse, we headed to Terminus, a great food market in Cartaret. After that, we went to the second most visited place in Cotentin. After Mont Saint-Michel, it is Maison du Biscuit.
So everything was done here to make the streets from the beginning of the 20th century.
Beautiful.
So it's it's
Like Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly. You have the feeling to be back in time.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the house of biscuits.
La Maison du Biscuit. in French,
Okay, and this is one of the most visited places in France.
It is actually the second most visited place in all the county of La Manche after l'abbaye du Mont Saint-Michel.
Wow, after Mont Saint-Michel.
Yeah,
wow.
so it's
There's a lot of
must see. You have to come. When you come to Cotentin, when you come to Cherbourg, you cross, you have to stop here in La Maison du Biscuit.
Great. I'll take these. Ooh la la. Okay, let me start. I'll start here. Okay. Well, look,
Did
not
you
a damage
enjoy?
done. Yeah. No worries about airplanes or anything. I can just put it in the car and
The
off I
boot,
go.
everything fits in
Yeah,
there.
I'm only starting.
Yeah, that's fine.
During my trip, I discovered that there are many reasons to visit Cherbourg, but one of the best must be La Cité de la Mer, an amazing place that literally opens the secrets of the oceans.
So here at Cité de la Mer, you can visit the largest submarine in the world, is Le Redoutable. So this is the most important visit of La Cité de la Mer. But you can see 2 aquariums in exhibitions and a permanent exhibitions dedicated to the Titanic, the most popular boat in the world.
Yes, I know, the most famous ship in the world. I'm going to spend about 4 hours here today.
Yeah, enjoy.
As a Titanic aficionado, I was majorly impressed with the Titanic exhibition. I was majorly impressed with the Redoutable, this nuclear submarine that you can board and do a complete tour of. There's the Ocean of the Future Aquarium. They have the great Gallery of Machine and Men, showing all these amazing submersibles. It really is a fantastic place, and indeed it is the city of the ocean. After a fantastic week discovering the Cotentin region of Normandy, it was time to depart Cherbourg back to the Stena Vision on my return 17-hour trip to Rosslare. It was nice not to be stressed about airport queues or parking, and my holiday is still far from over as I get to relax and take in the views on deck, enjoy the onboard spa and entertainment, or even escape to the quiet sanctuary of my cabin. The Stena Vision really has great options to suit everyone's budget. It wasn't long though till I was summoned to the bridge by Captain Sean Boyce.
And you touched on a bit of shopping there in Normandy. We have actually had a complaint. The car is too low. So if the car is damaged, it's not my fault, it's yours.
Oh no.
There's a lot of
it's the Calvados.
heavy goods and wine and such like. But look, Normandy is exploding, as is Wexford on the other side of the pond. And we're delighted to have Stena Vision here now with us. You know, she's a fantastic vessel, as you've seen. Lots and lots of really good facilities, which I'm sure you've tried out on the way down.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm not a great person to do a lot of pampering, but I had a manicure and a pedicure. You have amazing spa facilities. I mean, the jacuzzis sitting there. I mean, that's a really cool, unique kind of addition. I never saw that on a ferry ship
very
before.
much so. You know, it's brilliant to have such a facility here, and we've the real holiday vibe now, where people can start their holiday the moment they get on board. We've a fantastic offering, €15 for 2 hours in the spa, the jacuzzi, the sauna, and some lovely panoramic views, as I'm sure you saw yourself. But a real holiday vibe the moment you get on board.
Now, are you going to allow me to have a
Well,
little...
I think, you
it's
know,
like the Starship Enterprise
yeah, as
here.
long as you don't put as much weight in the ship as you did in the car. But let's have a go and see how good you
I'm
are at
also
steering.
carrying a bit of weight myself after
Sure.
the trip. The food in Normandy, Sean, is unbelievable.
So if you sit up there now, Ed, we'll
this
see if
is
we
great.
can manage to get you
Fair
driving.
play to you. You've great trust. Now, up I go. Oh my God. Wow, I'm grand. Yeah.
You put your hat on there now, Ed, and give her full ahead there now, and sure, we'll hope that there's nobody in the way. There's a few yachts now, you want to mind them out there. So
Yeah.
you'll head off out here now, Ed. You'll head off out through the breakwater. Of course, Cherbourg is a military port. Away you go to port then, head off to the west, turn right at Land's End, and north all the way to Rosslare, and we'll be there in less than 19 hours.
Great. Now, you go off and have a little cup of coffee, right? And I'll give you a shout later.
Yeah, make sure you don't crash into anything now, alright, Ed?
Thanks a million. I really enjoyed discovering Cotentin in Normandy. Sailing by ferry to Cherbourg was so relaxing. I loved the food, cuisine, history, people, and of course, the great value for money. Join me next time when I'll be visiting the Basque region of Spain. In the meantime, happy travels and vive la France!